Alrighty, we have 5 minutes before we get stuck into the Hump Day ride. The ride on a Wednesday night, you can clock up additional Ks that you haven't done during the week. Okay, join event. Let's get this done now. Join and get to the start line ASAP. Hold tight. We're going to Richmond. Richmond! We haven't been to Richmond for a while. Oh, this would be something different. Cool. Barry, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Here we are in the start pen tonight, collecting data when I hit go, like now on the DIRETO. So, pulled out the DIRETO, which has been known for its pretty good power accuracy. So I've got that up against the Aussie tonight. More data. Now let me think. Might need to just tweak those gears a little. Done. I didn't check that before I started, so cool. Alrighty. So what have we got so far? We have 148 in the pen already. Rock and roll. It's going to be a good one. Doomex, how you doing? Good to see you. Had few good races here on the Richmond course. I remember one of the first ones I did. Well, this isn't a race, remember. This is just a party lap. I remember I hit out with 2 laps to go, thinking it was 1 lap to go. And I thought, oh, how the hell are they letting me get away? I'm like right off the front here with 400 to go. And then everyone came right past me. So that's how it goes. Keep track of those laps. I think it's better now that we have lap counters. This is probably pre-lap counter day. Alrighty, a bit of banter going on here in the live chat. But feel free to join along if you're near a bike, or once we're rolling along, you can throw a thumbs up and you'll see them come through on screen, or just hit me up on chat here. Happy to answer any questions about anything. Questions about the videos I've put up this week, or what's coming up soon. What's my FTP? I've got no idea. I'm happy to answer questions that I know the answers to. I think I put it in at around 300 at the moment. That seems to be alright. I think the Lama lab test is still set to 341 from a while back. It's not 341 now though. But even when I was racing a lot, I didn't really keep track of my FTP. I kept track of what power I could do for the races I was doing. That was it. You just started squeezing out of those, and from those you can deduce your FTP, but people like to throw it around as a bit of a badge. Doesn't matter. Barry, good stuff about the DI2 updates. Awesome. Yeah, they're a bit of fun. I mean, I'm just learning about it all. DI2, even though it's been out for a few years. So as I stumble through it, I thought other people may want me to stumble through it first. So when they come across what they need to do, they're familiar with it. And that's what I jump online all the time and find out how to do things. So it's cool. Good to hear that those videos are helping out. The Zwift TT mode video did really well the other day too. That's at 30,000 views when I last checked. That's flying along. Interesting feedback on that one. It wasn't a final release. I guess would it call a final release? It's more of a test event. So that's why the end of that was a bit funny. Not, the end pen wasn't quite there, or the end zone, finish line. That's the word I'm looking for. Anyway, we'll dip back into that and do another half-hour TT once that comes back. Minute 23, here I'm at 269 riders, rock and roll. All right, I'm going to try and focus on the chat in-game here too, because I keep missing that when I'm live streaming. Richard, you're on this one too. Awesome. Michael, DIRETO. Yep, I'm the DIRETO tonight. And fully branded up. Look at this. I have the kit, but they changed kit in-game though. But not only that, I got the bottles too. So, Mr. Consistent tonight. And we're on a giant bike, Wow. Lining it all up. I will be on the Pac-man of this one tonight. Not the race laps. I've already been out for a ride. My legs are toast already. So, we'll just roll this around. Yeah, Tim Searle's kilometre count was 123,456. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think it was. 26 seconds. All right, so 300 up already. Good stuff. 307. Not bad at all. Given a lot of people would have been out in today's weather, so because the weather wasn't too bad here, it may have been worse elsewhere. It's pretty good here though in Victoria. Alrighty, what have we got? 317. Any more than 317? Going once, going twice, going 317 on the line. Rock and roll. And we can keep pedal. That's going to help. We can keep track of how many are in the group. It'll say once we start off how many are in there. Somewhere. Jeez, that kicked in pretty quick, actually. Alrighty. And a hill already, man. Major FPS hit, yeah, for sure. This is only an old Alienware R2 that I'm running here. Plus YouTube, plus streaming, plus everything else. All on the one little machine. So right there, as I missed that start and didn't get the kick takeoff, I'm already 200th place. That's nuts. I totally missed that. Oh, downhill. Jeez, I can feel that. That's really kicking in and out. Okay. So I have a lot of stuff going on here in the Lama Lab beside me tonight that you can't see. I was keeping an eye on what's going on over there. So I'm expecting either complete obliteration of this session or my machine. I'll discuss that more in the podcast this week. You're on 8 frames a second. Oh no, i7. An i7 should be able to handle it. What sort of video card? That's the key. If you say onboard Intel, you've dug your own grave. It's primarily video card based, this one. Alrighty. R9 390, is that a Radeon? An ATI? Bath salt's right on, good stuff. I've kept clear of ATI stuff, Radeons, except the Mac has it though, which is a bit awkward. Nvidia, Intel, all the way. Alright, Brett, so they've brought TT features back in, have they? Aha! Wasn't aware they'd brought those back in. Oh, under the cobbles, kick! Very abrupt. It goes from 4% to 2. Alright, where are we? 3 meters from the bacon. Cool. We're good. Drops an aero power up just because. That's the loudest sound that I have. I think that's probably blasting out. If it's blasting out, everyone let me know. On the cobbles there. That's super loud. Might just crank Zwift down a bit. Down. There we go. G'day Andrew from the UK. Yeah, I'm hearing the weather's pretty ordinary over there. We will be in the general vicinity of the UK this time next week. Oh, well, on our way too. Shout out James Forbes. Stephen above that. I appreciate everyone jumping in the chat saying g'day. Try and keep an eye on this in-game chat here. I can't miss the in-jokes here on the Hump Day ride. But Richmond, it's been a long time. It really has. Those cobbles are noisy. I can see the sound going straight through the roof. Let me just ditch that a little bit. Okay. Yeah, heart rate's a bit up, but it's always a bit up at the moment. What do you end up with? 328. Cool. That is a solid bunch. I think Zwift only draws 100, so if we look behind us, probably won't see everyone, but still quite a big bunch. So I'm still 240-second back. Wow. Alrighty. Those cobbles are noisy. I wonder if there's a cobble noise setting. Even I can hear that through the feedback thing I have set up, which is very low. Okay. Cobbles down, hopefully music up. I have some tunes in the background. TT is back. Okay. So are they using the pens though? So Brett, when you sign up, or anybody who signed up for the TT, are you assigned a start time? Else they'll just be using the standard mode where everyone rolls out and they have no drafting. Oh, struggling on this one. Watson heart rate, 1 for 1. We're still on the lead in. We haven't started yet. Only 4.2 Ks. Whoa. All right. Okay, Tim runs the nearest the pin, so what you're seeing on screen there is if you're near Tim, like I am right now, on the rider list, and he takes a screenshot, if you're next to him, you get a sticker pack or something. It's a weekly giveaway. Gotta try and stay near Tim. There we go. Oh, it's t-shirts. Whew. Stepping up in merch. Oh, good. That's better. We can just sit in here, no worries. Frame rate, RIP. Where's Maven? Good question. Is he riding? Aha, assigned 2 minutes after the official start time. Cool. Yeah, 2 minutes is a good start time. You'll have people up the road and people behind you. Alrighty, let's play this game. So, at exactly 10 minutes, Tim takes the photo. So, 90 seconds. Lots of international riders there are. You'll see mostly Aussies because it's 7 PM here on East Coast. Well, East Coast and Victoria. Now let's try and find the bacon, so we're going to back it off a bit. One minute to nearest the pin. Let's give this a shot. Okay, so I'm 14 meters ahead. I'm just looking at that number down the bottom there in yellow. I do occasionally stand up for sure on here. Okay, bit of a surge, 30 seconds. 8, 20 seconds. So I'm trying to be as close to the beacon as possible. That helps, there's a bit of a hill. Be better if I got to run at him so I knew where he was. 4, 3, 2, there he goes. Did I miss it? I did. Back for this. No, no. Didn't see him on the list. We're in the mix there somewhere, but I think there's another one at 20 minutes or half an hour. There we go. Perfecto, 20 minutes. Oh, cross-training that, let's get out of that. Buying a bike for 4K for Fondos. Would you have to buy discs? You don't have to. 4K in any money should get you a disc bike of some type. There's definitely a weight penalty, there's no question about that. Just a little bit, not a hell of a lot. But for hydro discs, they are so good. Absolutely love mine. Will there be a fight for baby wipes and a new Lama arrives? It's going to be fine. We're all chilled. There's bacon on the outside. Keeping an eye on bacon. All right. Does Zwift support collision detection? It runs over UDP, I believe, so no. But in game, I think people just bounce off each other or through each other. Dennis, I'm still sweating, mate. You just can't see it. It's the camera angle. Yeah, the heart rate tells the real story. It's up there. Can I ask Elite to be more communicative with the customers? That's a hard one for me to push. Is it a culture thing? Is it a language thing? I don't know. Elite are out of Italy. Give them your feedback though, for sure. In a nice way, like if feedback is aggressive from off the bat, then it's usually thrown away. In the approach of, here's what you guys do awesome, here's what you could do even better. Rather than most forum posts, which are, this sucks, you guys suck, I'd do it this way, never buying again. And that's not helpful. Their ticketing system should be good. If it's a problem with their ticketing system, then just, yeah, let them know. Alright, they're talking about the event up in Sydney. I won't be able to make it to the Zwift Send in Sydney. The party... Oh, Richard, you got two options with the party. Or three. You can race it, which is the last 2 laps. Or you can just cruise. No pressure to race it whatsoever. Or you can join the Pac-man, which is what Tim sets up. Lets everyone go. Slowly raises the pace for the last 2 laps. They're well off the back of the race, for sure. But just a collection of riders, and the blob gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And faster. That's the one that you want to be in. And if you drop off that, there's no stress. The racing is super hard at the front. It takes solid watts to be up there. In the Pac-man, it's kind of your call. You can get on the front, or you can just cruise. It's all good. Have I done the November Tour Le Tap up in New South Wales? I've done half of it. Von did the whole thing once, and I dropped in later in the day and supported her for the last hill climb, which was a solid 40 k's or so, I think. And then the year after, it got rained out. Steve's in-game chat. Good stuff, mate. We've got two chats going on here. But yeah, the Tap Tour got rained out the next year. It was horrible. I think the next one was good. But it's hard to get to... It's in Jindabyne, isn't it? The logistics of the one we did was kind of weird. It didn't start in Jindy, it started up in the hills. So there was a traffic jam in the middle of nowhere to get out there. I think they fixed that up though in the last few years. Oh, hill. Whew. If you saw my rollers video yesterday, I just noticed that when I was describing changing gears on a bike, I was doing this with my thumb, and it looked really weird. That why would anyone change gears like that on a bike? It's because that's how I was changing gears with my climbing shifter. I hope people picked up on that because it looks really weird. Usually it's like you change your gears on a bike, you do that hand motion. I'm like, so I was dumping through the gears like this. No one's mentioned it yet though, so I think it was understood what I meant. Someone can smell Lama. How close are they? Revving up the bike, that's what it looked like, mate. It did. Alright, where are we? 3.5 minutes, 3 minutes 20. Never done the Peaks Challenge, no. It was always a weird time of year, the Peaks. Was it end of summer, I think? Typically we were training through winter for TTs. September, October were Masters Nationals. December was Tour of Bright. And then it was just chill for a couple of months. Local crits and things. Peaks Challenge. 230 Ks, 240s. That's a big effort. Ryan sees himself. Good stuff, mate. There's the Mave. Have a look at that. He's on screen. My phone's actually locked up. That's not working. So if I... Let me just try and get the phone going. Actually see the Mave's profile there on the phone, but it's not coming through. Alright, tech debug in the way. I said things might not work too well here tonight. I got a lot of stuff going on. Whoosh, hill, Elgato cam link. What are you up to, Elgato? Oh, here we go. Alright, trying to steady the bacon, trying to debug this cam issue. We will get there. Cam link, hey hey. Happy days, mainstream, ride. Hasn't connected, that's okay though. We'll give some ride-ons to bath salts. Now we have to go find bacon in the next minute. Let's do it. Alrighty. Cheers. Duminex. Gonna have to drop the powder next to nothing here. Why isn't that going to my companion app? Let's kill that. Try again. Bacon, 31 meters. 31 meters, come on. Do I think $1,100 used for a kicker is a good price? Is that Aussie dollars or freedom units or UK cups of tea? What? Aussie dollars, that's probably not too bad. US, way too high. Pounds, it's the wrong figure, so I'm guessing it's probably Aussie dollars. 46. Oh, I've really messed this one up. Come on, bacon, come flying through. AUD, yeah, if it's in good condition. Check the cassette. Grab the receipt so you've got warranty. 3, 2. I'll just stop so Tim comes flying past. No, I missed that. 5 meters off. Arr. All right, Bakey, do we have another one at 30 minutes? Now that's a brilliant idea because you see, it brings everyone back to where they should be in the ride. Genius. Genius. Trying to find yourself in the stream. All you'll need to do, potentially, if I stop bouncing around like I am, is just see where I am on the rider list, and if you can be around there, you'll pop up here somewhere. But you're here in the chat, so it's all good. Someone missed by 100 positions. Alrighty. Alright, how's our power numbers looking? Alrighty. Woof, good. I'm still yet to figure out a way how to put in all these multiple power meters down the bottom here, but then everyone else will be like me, just staring at those. I went out for a ride today with 1 power meter. It was brilliant. And we found a baby llama. Well, it was an alpaca. He was happy. Alright, new fence tool is out, but not enabled for this ride. I'll jump on tomorrow and have a look at the fence. And what happens when you free wheelie and jump the fence? Free wheeling, is that a term? I just shouldn't look that up on Urban Dictionary. Break the fence, escape the jail. Fence needs testing before it's unleashed on groups of 300 plus. Yeah, for sure. Alrighty. Android phone, tablet, ant stick, IP, WhatsApp, combo can display multiple sensors. Yeah, that's actually a good idea, Michael, yeah. Oh, Mitchell, sorry. I'll have a look at that. I have the Android phone for exactly that, to do the stuff that the iPhone can't. Bingo, got the S8, so should be right to go. Even better if I can colour the back of the screen as a green screen, and we're going to import that as an overlay. I'm getting a bit nerdy now with it, but that'd be pretty cool. I've got to update this phone I've got over here. It's the old iPhone 7 that I have, so you can see. Looks like a party from 2007. But it's doing the job. Yeah, Richard, the alarm is set in the morning. It's gonna kill me, but I want to see the fence in action. And if I can screen cap it, I can throw up a video later on, because I haven't seen it work. I'm sure a lot of other people haven't seen it either, and would like to see what takes place when you jump the fence without jumping the fence themselves. So I'll guinea pig it, guinea llama, and we'll see what happens. Definitely feeling those gradients kick in and out. Fence stops offensive moves. Is that a dad joke? I think you're going with a dad joke there. I think I'm running with the line of, it's the new GTFO feature. Get the flyers out. But I'm sure if I put that in the title, I'll be demonetized. Andrew, so in summary, the fence allows a ride leader to put a maximum distance in front. Not sure about behind, but definitely in front. And if you break that fence and ride off, where you're clearly doing a lot more power than is stated in the ride that you've signed up for. Now, this is not automatic. People willingly click, yes, I will join this ride that is in this zone. So they're breaking the law. True criminals of the Zwift world are pushing out the front. And what happens, it's one of those things where there's a lot of debates about this in the forums. Just let them go. Let them go. Yeah, but they also negatively impact the experience of everyone else who hasn't heard that let them go and grabs that wheel. Or they drag the bunch up. Or they cause a split. The let them go is only about 49% of the answer. The 51%, which is still the majority, still get impacted by people being true criminals of Zwift. I'm joking, so don't light me up on that one. So, it should allow more control, but it's just, yeah, it's like ride with the bunch or GTFO. Get the flyers out. What they need is to maybe even a monetary penalty or a drops penalty for bad behaviour. Or are we getting too much like China? Society credits in Zwift. Again, I'm joking. Don't light me up on this. Good idea though. Alrighty, let's have a look at the question. Sorry, I'm rambling. Liam asks, do I have issues in erg with the DIRETO holding power? Thunderstorm. I'm going to have to get back to you, Liam, 1 second. Thunderstorm's up, which means we have to thumb the world. We'll go full screen for this. Hump Day ride tradition here. Oh, Siobhan Aerosmith, come back. Siobhan. Yay! Oh, there we go, the keg. Someone's figured out how to spam chat. See a good case to GTFO. Get these spammers out. Back to Siobhan Aerosmith, doing really well in the women's events for the Send It series. Hardcore racer, indoors and out. Alright, look out, someone's personal messaging me on a live stream. Someone's got the headwind, awesome, good job Wayne. My thumbs are busy at the moment. It's good to hear you got the headwind. It's one of those purchases where, yeah, it's expensive, we know. But once you got it, you don't want it taken away. I've had mine set up in the last few weeks for the non-live streams on the heart rate. And it's very handy. You're thinking, oh, why the hell is the fan going so hard? You look at your heart rate, it's like, okay. It should be going hard. Oh, Tom Harris. Fishing, there we go. Tom from Zwift HQ in the UK. Avon. Is that Avon? I think that might be that Avon. Alright, thumbed out. Let's get back here, make sure I'm still in the bunch, and back to the questions. Letting go doesn't work, yeah, yep. And that's the thing about that hasn't really been policed on the system, is when people are impacting the experience of others. For something that's traditionally solo, which is indoor workouts and riding, it's a bizarre concept that somebody from, if I named a country, I'll offend anybody from that country, let's say Iceland, are they watching? Someone from Iceland comes in and impacts negatively someone from Australia or New Zealand. That's just a weird concept I don't think anyone ever thought of before this came along. There's Siobhan Aerosmith hovering up there in about 90th position. Good spot to be. Still a lap to go before the racing starts. The totalitarian Zwift government. Oh, someone's going for a fly. If you want to get a sneaky PB on the sprint lap here, do what those people were doing just there, because you'll get the draft the whole way through your sprint. And you're not doing a flyer, because if you start way back, you'll only move yourself up to 30th position. Hot tip. And then sit up. Alrighty. Back it off a little bit here. Hey Martin, right on. Thor wants to chat to Lama. Alright. DIRETO is holding up well. It's actually a bit of a test because, as I said earlier on, I've got other things on the cook here. So it didn't surprise me the phone balked out a little bit, but all's working now. Oh, I missed it. I missed the 30-minute mark. Damn. TV Guy AU, cheers. So, love my tip on getting an ant stick and USB extension lead for Zwifting. Help with my running with no end. Awesome. There's two schools of thought on the ant stick extension of why it works. It's either, and I think it's the second one. Let me go the first theory first. It gets it closer to the device. Okay. Makes sense. But ants should work over 30 feet. It should work over, what's that, 10 meters? It's enough for most rooms. Unless we're very well off. So that'll work anywhere in the next two rooms here. So Ant Plus is pretty good. What the extension cord does is get that ant stick away from your machine that's blasting out tinfoil hat radiation to no end, especially over HDMI cables. They're pretty noisy. Other USB ports, the power cable, the power supply, it pulls that stick away from those. I think that's probably where the extension cable happens to be doing the most work. Does that make sense? Yeah. I do have some shrink wrap that I've seen people do. So I'm going to shrink wrap a couple of cables, dip them in water, see how waterproof they are, because a lot of people sweat straight down, and you've got to protect your USB cables. Dodging interference, yeah, there you go. That's what I think it is too, man. But anything to fix the problem, that's what it's all about. If people can have a better experience with their tech and not get frustrated, because I know the frustrations like nothing else. Unless we're talking an old Sage's power meter, which has an effective range of 0.13 centimeters. Yep. So, yeah. The joke there is that the Gen 3 Sage's power meters have a much improved range for that exact reason. The older ones, they're okay, but one of the official solutions was move your head unit from the out front mount to on the stem to fix the interference issues. or the signal issues. Dave's into plastic baggies, good stuff. I think the shrink wrap looks neat though. I've got multiple coloured shrink wraps to test online. Drops a feather. UCI track cycling changes, clowns discuss. No, not much of a cross it, sorry. Graham Anthony just subscribed though. That's cool news. That's much better than the UCI. Thanks, mate. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit subscribe and you'll do a little llama dance on top of the Elite logo there. It wasn't planned, it's just where the llama ended up. Track racing confuses me, to be honest. I've done a little bit at the amateur level, masters level, state and national masters for Pursuit, Kilo, some team stuff, Omnium, a few years back. As for promotion of the sport at the professional level, it's kind of weird. We have World Cups every now and then. We have World Championships that kind of mix up with World Cups or something. It's just one of those things where I'll watch it if it's on. It's just one of those things, there's just too many things to be across. But from a very big helicopter view, I think it's caused a bit of a ruckus, the recent changes to... What was the summary there, Andy? Was it no professional trade teams? I'm not sure, it's a bit weird. Again, decisions like that don't help people like me who are like 1% across what track is and what at the professional level. Then they're going to ruin it again. And then I'm like, okay, well, Tour de France is on. Yeah. Like with technology, it has to be welcoming of more participation, more fans, easier to understand, more accessible, all of the above. And I'd like things to move forward. Oh, not like me though, who's just on the front of the bunch here. Alrighty, so those who aren't behind the bacon, hey, DJ Kitty Cat in the house, giving some dancing llama there on the bottom. Cheers. That's funny. That was just a little test animation that I put for the subscribers. I think it's going to stay. Heat shrink with sealing glue. Oof. Now I'm definitely behind the bacon. Yep, cool. See everyone swarming up now. You want to be about launching a sprint now. So you pass the bacon at full speed. Everyone's dropping their powers up. Look at that go. I ate mine like a gel early on. I have nothing. Get ready. There we go. It's on. If you're going to race, 2 laps to go. If you're going to race and you're back here, you're gone. Everyone ripping PRs in the sprint because of that acceleration. Alright, we'll jump up to the bacon. Oh, crunch! Back to the question on the DIRETO holding power. Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. I'd have to go back. I've done a lot as trainers recently, so I know the ones that were horrible. The 7-motor design does take the attack, decay, sustain. It does that, definitely, like all of other a lot of the other trainers, but see, just then that kicked in, no worries. Here we go, with the bacon. The Madison is crazy to watch. That's the event where two riders slinging each other in. Whew. And that event is so fast. Tour de France. Cool. Richie Port, come on Richie. Just give us one, Richie, come on. One win, that is. Double wall. Oof. Yeah, I assume any glue-based shrink wrap would be an absolute mess. But hey, we can mythbuster that too if I can grab some. Alright, Maven's off to the showers. Just tap along here until the bacon puts the afterburners on. Pac-man in 1 minute. Okay, the further up the road I can get now, the less it's going to hurt later on. Sound theory, sound theory. Yeah, I think Richie's had a bit of bad luck. But you have to be lucky to win that thing. But it looks like we'll be at stages 1 and 2 of the tour, so I'm keen to have a look at that. If you're not signed up to my Insta and Twitter, I'll probably be putting a lot more of those on, posts up on those things rather than YouTube over the next couple of weeks as I'm away from the Lama lab. I hide in plain sight, it's all GPLama. I'm trying to escape the bacon for a little bit longer. Six Ks to go. Anybody can last 6 Ks. Alright. So there's always a group to ride with here, even on the last lap. You can... people cruising, all different levels. So if you don't feel like a race, just grab a wheel, pedal away. There's the tip, join the Pac-man, or the Pac-man. He's the extended Pac-man. Up a hill. The fatter he gets, the faster he gets, that's it. Okay, you see there on the screen. We will get swept up at this rate, but that's fine. I'll just wait for that to happen, then we pedal a little harder. Whew. He's getting closer. Probably a last lap dash with the Pac-man. Okay, on screen, let's get back to it. Drop the power up. Let's see if we get another one through the start-finish barrier. Alrighty. Push up, Shane, lol. I'm chilling. Join us. I'm getting pulled in all directions here. Where's the bakey? That draft power up did well. Alright, bacon. 49 meters. It's going to be the last lap with the bacon and the Pac-Man crew. So we have our own little blob here. I'll jump over to the other camera view. Snacks ahead, we are the snacks. Alright, so what's going to happen here is that bunch there, coming behind there, it's going to snap us up. You can see they're going to close it. That's going to lift the pace of us all. Here they go, sweep. That's a solid little bunch there at the back. So for me that was plus 1 lap at just the same pace as before. And this one's probably going to be up a little higher as the bacon really puts the hammer down. Here he goes. Almost closed. There we go. Bacon's on. It's time to get to work for a little bit. Any questions? Fire away, especially really technical ones now. My heart rate's going to go through the roof. Okay. There's bacon. Alright, so we're going to modulate the pace on this one. Good, people coming through, do turns, sweet. I get spat backwards. Standard fare. Drops a feather. I should have waited for the climb, shouldn't I? Oh, this one's hit me right in the legs. That's where I saw drop the feather. Here we go, another bunch. Pac-man. Solid bunch here. Look at this. Boom. At least I'm steering on those corners, I went the wrong way. Alright, do some work for bacon here. Good Pac-Man bunch, look at that. Really sticky. Check my filters on the audio. Oh, sorry. Yeah, see, I get weird at higher heart rates. Michael and David, yep, spot on, I agree with the events. This is an everyone event, I think. In the box tonight. Yeah, the heart rate almost surpassing Hort's. Alright, we'll drive it to for okay to go. I'll try. Oh, I need a better gear block. Big bunch of hair, look at that. Alright, okay to go, there we go. We got to that bunch. Cooked. Cooked. That'll drag a few up. And a slaughterhouse. There's still some draft there though for people to jump into. Good stuff. Alright. Oof. Need some more fans. Need some more quiet fans. I turn the loud ones off for these. David, haven't noticed, mate. But I haven't been out on the road for a while either. I was out today. Brown Hill. Is that near the Black Hill Lookout? Dodge City. Whew. That's a bit of fun. So that's really as hard as I wanted to go, or as hard as I had. But that group or that pack mentality allowed me to chase that other bunch and try and help out. Whether it helps or not, I don't know. I like to think it did. But you can come in 222nd place. Richie Benno would love that. And it doesn't matter. It's all good. There we go. Someone else is coming through with a few more wattages. Gone. It's got to be that hat. Definitely not the wheel. And we are almost there. Let's see if we can spot some names in the top 10 we know. I'm sure there'll be some standard hitters there. Oh. That was harder than Mount Buninyong today, I tell you that. I was just cruising Buninyong. Boom! 209th. What happened to 2222? Wow. Look at this poor bug. Oh, look at these guys. Look at those numbers there. They're going to finish sometime in... I was going to say when the dinosaurs return, but that's probably when aliens come and pick us up. Okay, so what's happening there? I'm guessing that's putting some placeholders in before people come past in the line. You can see them there filling out. So you watch this rider here, that will go pop when they cross the line. Wonder what the computation is there though. Bang. There. Filling up with the... Anyway, up to the top. That's what geeks do. We look at the nerdy stuff. Try and figure out what's going on. I used to work for a radio station. One of the techs there was like, you know, we're the only people who tune into the radio station when it goes dead air. Everyone else just switches stations, but we all tune in just to see how long the dead air is going to last. Because dead air was not good at the radio station. Alrighty, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. The ones that are missing the thumbs there I've already given thumbs up to in the thunderstorm. Skynet, don't think so. So the machines will take over. Fire away in the chat too. I'm keeping an eye on the chat up here. Any questions, any observations, suggestions, any cool tech you've seen you want my take on? Fire away. I've got a huge spreadsheet of things to cover. That's what I think's interesting, but what? Yeah, let me know if anybody else sees anything that's interesting. Always happy to reach out to companies and make new contacts and check out new things. Always searching for the next cool thing, the next best smart trainer, the next best power meter, the next best trick to try, or The ones I love, the tech stuff that I love is when you can configure something you already have, cost you nothing to do, and you can have a better experience with what you've already got. That stuff keeps me, I was going to say awake at night, but it kind of does as well, because when it fails. I'm down, I think, about 2.5 rabbit holes at the moment. If you listen to the podcast, again, shout outs for the podcast, the Fit File with myself and DC Rainmaker on every week. Just search for GPLama on iTunes or either iPhone podcasts or DC Rainmaker and you'll find our podcast. Always good to chat with Ray every week and catch up. And we'll be recording those in person in a couple of days. How much space do you need, Rawson, for a setup like this on Zwift? Look, not much at all. It really depends. So my current setup here, I should do a revisit the Lama lab here one day. So I'm just thumbsing up everyone. Done a good job finishing the ride so we can click through. There needs to be like a little shake thing on, like on Strava. Alright, all thumbs out. We're staying here. Okay, setup space. Not a lot. I've done a video on, I think, compact Zwift or small Zwift spaces or something, and it's just simply the size of your bike. That's the Tax Neo and your iPad on the bench. It's really all you need. You can even take your front wheel off if you want, save a little bit more space. But the biggest space thing is hang your TVs on the wall. I had some tripods once and they stand out a little bit. As soon as I put the televisions on the wall, it just cleared up so much space in front. So mount things on walls. Fans are the next thing. Fans are tricky. Most fans you'll buy for a space like this. I can't friggle, it's very loud. The fans pull air in from the back and they're useless to push up against the wall or in a little tiny compartment or space, so you won't get any airflow. You want a fan that sucks in air from the side, so again you can push the fan up against the wall. The kicker fan does exactly that, and there's other versions of that fan without the smart to do the same sort of thing. So what you want is air intakes on the side of your fans. What else? It's about what I can think of, really. Depends what you're running it on. Apple TV, you can just sit that behind a television. But not a lot. Cyclic Fly 12 interference. Yeah. David, were you running that under were you running the Fly 12 under an Element bolt or a Garmin by any chance? Actually, you must have been, because you said it was keeping pace at 8 kilometers per hour. But I heard the Fly 12 has it needs a bit of a tinfoil hat on the Fly 12. Our Dave, good question. Having described the difference that chainring choice makes to the feel of the trainer, is there something you could do to demonstrate through the pedal stroke analysis test? Dave, have a look at my video on that, which is called Erg Mode, Does Gear Selection Matter? So if you type in on YouTube, GPLama, probably just gear select, GPLama gear selection or erg mode gear. And I've got in there, pretty sure I would have used the Rotor Twin Power with its 50 Hertz pedal scan to show exactly that. So I've demonstrated the difference between high inertia or higher, I guess you'd call it different chain rings, at 300 watts, I think it was 300 watts 90 RPM, and then 300 watts 90 RPM in different gearing. So same power, same cadence, effectively different gearing, and it shows where the power is put down throughout the pedal stroke, and it does change, it is different, which is through the pedal stroke analysis test. So check that one out. It's a while ago, that video, probably a year and a half. But I needed to quantify that somehow. It took me ages to find something to quantify it because the pedal stroke analysis we have is just not quick enough. A lot of the things we have is 4 times a second, 5 times a second. Actually, I even think the DIRETO has pedal stroke analysis for 12 points, and the DIRETO, and the DIRETO 2 has 24 points of pedal stroke analysis, so it's twice as much. But on top of that, the twin power is 50 times a second. So check it out. I'm not into the body mechanics or a coach or anything like that. I've just used this a hell of a lot and trained a hell of a lot. So I know the feeling of the different inertia, and I could quantify it with something and just sort of point at the data and say that, rather than try to explain what's going on. Under a Wahoo element. Yep, Dave, that's a common one. Yeah, Fly 12. The Fly 12 and the Fly 6 CEs, they just need one good revision each, I think, in hardware, and they'll be a solid product. I had some trouble with the Fly 6 CE and the firmware upgrade process, requiring files being dragged and dropped and buttons being pressed for 8 seconds, and not in 2019. Not what we need. Yeah, GoPros. I haven't done any other action cam stuff at all since I got the GoPro Hero Black 7. 4K, 60 frames, stabilization. Job done. It's problem solved. If I could find a power meter which was that good, you wouldn't have to buy any other power meters. I wouldn't be reviewing other power meters. Smart trainers, if I found one that was that good, that just ticked every single box. So yeah, the GoPro have done very, very well with their 7. It's funny, I took a ton of footage over at Monterey at Sea Otter. Took it with my big camera, walking around, about 50 minutes of footage, and it just didn't turn out I didn't like it, so I haven't used it for any videos. And I watched somebody else's video. I'm like, that is so clear. It is so smooth. They've walked around the whole show. What camera were they using? GoPro. Just a GoPro. So, even iPhone still blows me away with the quality of that stuff. I use a lot of iPhone footage for B-roll in my videos. So a lot of people that say, you know, I want to do videos or capture this or capture that. I've got to wait till I buy good equipment. Phones are good. Very good these days. Richard, thanks for coming along, mate. Just cooling down now. We'll get to 40Ks, we'll call it quits. I will call it quits at 40Ks. I've got to get rolling. But I appreciate everyone dropping by for the chat. Makes this time go a lot faster. And it's good seeing people pop up on the screen. And they're in-game and they're in chat at the same time. I appreciate the company. And the DIRETO has held up nicely, given everything else is going on. Stay tuned for more of that coming from the podcast this week. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Much appreciated. 200 meters. We'll get there. We'll get there. Mike, I have the Osmo Pocket. Can't stand it. It's cool for what it does, but GoPro does it much better. I bought all the accessories, or most of the accessories, for the Osmo Pocket. Okay, we're going to the finish line. It's more of a me thing though. The time-lapse motion of the Osmo Pocket is brilliant. It can do some really good B-roll stuff for that. The Osmo Action, no, I haven't got the Action. I'm just whinging about the $600 I spent on the other one that I can't figure out. Yes, audio and videos. That's one thing I made sure of to get right. Says me ripping a cassette noise. That's cassette. That's not me ripping anything. I could probably quieten that down. There's my next video. How to quieten down that on a smart trainer, because we don't need freewheels indoors. Everyone's like, oh, everyone's quiet. Everyone's quiet. See? We seek the... Okay, I'm going to 41Ks because I can't stop at 40.5. Damn it. I know it's an odd number. I'm sure it's divisible by something. Don't tell me... Is 41 a prime number? Don't do it. Don't reply. The famous DIRETO free hub noise. I think we can get into it. I think we can stop that. And I can't wait to replay this video back to see how much of my filter actually captures that or not. Oh yeah, the GoPro with wireless mic. I do have the GoPro with the USB-C and the external mic thing on, but it just gives me interference. Yeah, you'd think that GoPro... Okay, the next GoPro's got to have Bluetooth connectivity for peripherals like that. That would be brilliant. The alternate, which most of us do, is grab a little lav mic to our iPhones in the back pocket. Nearly every single one of my videos is done with a lav mic, and it's down my shirt, iPhones in the back pocket. The audio is recorded with the big camera, and it's just used to sync up and done. It's thrown away from the camera most of the time, unless my lav mic stuffs up. But yeah, good audio. How good is good audio? When Maeve started doing his podcasts, I'm like, Maeve, I don't care who you got on it, what the subject is, that audio is just worth listening to. It's just so clear, so clear. Sunday fans, yes! They're quiet, they're small and they're quiet. And I know I'm over my budget of Ks. I can't give any more. Yeah, the Sunday fans, if you can still get them, I think... Okay, my spreadsheet's being updated with how the hell to quieten that down. We'll get there. I'm sure it's just a ton of grease just packed in there. Maybe even some chamois cream and some goo gels. And we'll get that quietened down. Alright, I'll leave it there. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. Thanks for the tips. I've got a few videos to make out of what we've been discussing tonight. And remember to wrap your Fly 12 in tinfoil, or else your Wahoo goes wah-no. Alright, we shall be back hopefully tomorrow with another video. Then we're off next week over to Amsterdam. So look out for that. Alright, have a good one, everyone. See ya.